Hey, what's up guys? Today gotta replace a brake booster out of a Dodge Grand Caravan. It's all the way in the back. If you look in here, it's right behind the battery, all the way behind the firewall, okay? In the front, screw the seat all the way as back as I could. Remove the front cover that was right here just so I can get in there a little bit easier. You don't have to take it off. I'm just doing it because it's going to make my job a lot easier, okay? First of all, I'm going to move everything out of the engine bay. This job, you need a ratchet, an extension, 13 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and a deep socket 13. Okay? I'm going to remove this cover just to get it out of my way. I'm gonna disconnect my battery. Move it out of the way. Disconnect the positive.
Weak.
Forgot it's attached at the bottom. I gotta disconnect it down here.
Rookie.
By the way, Joaquin's holding the camera. He's my camera, my dude. I'm gonna loosen up this 13 over here. The battery terminals, the cables, they were at 10. Alright. Let's scoop this battery off to the side. Now, I want to get all the way back there, and most of these wires and cables are in my way. I'm going to remove the battery holster, whatever you want to call it, the thing the battery was sitting on. I'm going to move that out of the way. We're going to disconnect, I believe, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the master cylinder for the brake fluid. I'm going to get it out of the way. We're going to unplug some switches, move some hoses out of the way. That's going to give me room to get up in there. Okay, so let's take this out of the way first. I got some 13 millimeter bolts I gotta loosen up. I've got one right up here. I've got one right on the bottom, and I got one kind of shimmied in here, so I'm gonna need a universal joint. Let's get in there. I'll loosen these up first.
Pro tip on how to take it out, Bart? Is one at a time, or?
Everybody does it a little bit different. I like to loosen them all up first. That's just my personal reference. Same way when I go put something in, snug everything up first and then tighten them out. I found it just on my personal opinion. Anytime you break all the bolts first, if one was tighter than the other, for whatever reason, they come off a little better.
For all you guys wondering, I'm asking because I'm not a car expert like this guy, so.
I mean, and also you gotta look at what you're gonna take apart and make sure you're not taking more than you should.
Because if you have extra parts left over, you're good.
Alright, just for convenience, I'm gonna put all my bolts right in this tray. That way I know where they came out of and where they need to go back.
Because it's only bad if you're missing parts.
Not if you got extra.
Pro tip. When you got extra, you're doing good. Because who can do a job and come out with extra stuff? So.
Alright, we got some stuff I gotta loosen up right here. Got some cables that are in my way.
What's that tool?
It just helps take out some pins. I'm not too sure of the name. If you guys know the name, put it in the comment section down below. Correct me. It just makes taking these pins out a lot easier. Most of the time you can use a screwdriver or even some pliers, but this makes the job so much easier. Make sure it's not connected to anything. We'll set this off to the side. Alright, I gotta come back in here. I gotta figure out what's in my way. Alright. I want to bring this down. On mine, it's got these hoses that we can bend. We don't want to break anything that's connected to the brakes. At the moment, it looks like I'm going to have to disconnect a couple cables, move some hoses, and I should be fine.
Keyword should.
Should. I'm going to disconnect this stuff first. Alright, got that sensor off. Got this sensor off. This hose is going to be in my way.
So one more time, what are we removing, and how long should this about take?
It depends. I can't really tell you. It depends what your engine bay looks like.
True.
Luckily in mine, there's not too much stuff in the way. I gotta unplug this hose right here. It can be tight. Try not to break the sensor. Gotta disconnect it. Gonna move everything out of my way. Don't lose any parts.
Remember, always have extra parts.
I'll move this hose out of the way, and that should give me more than enough room to get in here and try to get that booster out. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the master cylinder. I believe that's what it's called, master brake cylinder. You guys correct me if I'm wrong.
Comment's gonna be filled with corrections.
Corrections, guys.
We're the ones learning. You guys are just watching.
Alright, loosen that up. Loosen this one up. Right now I'm just going to loosen them up. I got to go back in there and loosen up that brake booster. Alright. There we go. Everything's loose at the moment. Alright, now we're coming inside the car. I hope you guys can see this right here. We got our brake connected right here. Can y'all see? Okay. If you can see right here, I've got a pin that connects my brake line back here. It's a tight, snug area. I'm gonna try to get y'all the best view I can possibly can. Alright, right here I got a pin. I gotta pop it out. And then I got 4 13mm bolts. One here, one over here, one on top, and one on top on this side. Gotta loosen them up, take them completely off, and that'll let me get my boost out through the front. So I'm gonna try to lay y'all down here and let y'all see what I'm doing best I possibly can, alright? I might just have to loosen them up and then show y'all what happens when I pull it out. Yeah. There you go, my dude. I'll do the work and then I'll show you what I do.
Stop the recording?
Let's go and keep. Alright. First of all, I gotta loosen up this pin.
As a cameraman, I'm gonna say this is a bad angle and I can't really see anything.
Alright, I got my pin. Took off from the brake. You guys will see it when it's on there. Put it somewhere you won't lose it.
Definitely not gonna lose it there.
This right here. Use my ratchet and extension, universal joint, and a deep 13 socket to get to those bolts back there. It's gonna be some awkward angles. That's why I screwed the seat all the way back so I can get up in here. That's why I took this cover off. You don't have to,
But he's
it's
fat.
gonna make it a lot easier for me.
And he's fat.
That one loose. Got the bottom one loose. Top one's loose. It's pretty tight too.
About how many are you having to untighten?
Just 4. 4 13 millimeter nuts.
So if you guys at home are doing this and you count 5,
You took too many.
yeah, too many, guys. Back it up a little.
Alright. For me, it's going to be a lot easier. I've got them loose. So I'm just go ahead and take them off by hand. On my car, if I drop one, it's not going to go nowhere. On your car, make sure that if you drop it, it's not going to get lost, because you're going to eat them.
Cannot stress this enough, guys. You need to end with more supplies than you started with. Pro tip. You won't get that anywhere else.
I got one.
And what's this part we're taking out again?
Brake booster.
And how would we know we need to take this part out? What's like,
There's
what
a
would
lot
you
of, lot
say?
of different problems they could be doing.
So what was our reasoning?
Ours is that when you press the brakes, it's not helping us push anymore. When you hit the pedal, when you press it a couple times, it should stop and not compress anymore. Mine's starting to go to the floor.
So it was losing the resistance?
Yeah, and you can hear the air leak.
That's
so I'm
good.
just assuming one of the bladders is busted. All right, come here. I'm gonna at least get y'all to watch. I'm gonna take off at least 1 or 2. Okay. Got some right here. I'm gonna loosen these up. I had 2 on top, which are pretty tight space to look at. But I got the 2 on top off. I just gotta get the 2 on the bottom off. Alright, we got that one. We got this one. Again, be sure not to drop them. And if you drop them, find them. Alright. Got those 2, put them somewhere you'll find them. Come right here. I done took that pin off. I'm gonna take it off the brake pedal. Now it's loose. Now we're gonna go to the front.
Hey guys, for all you don't know, cameraman right here.
That's my king.
I was kind of skeptical about showing myself. I was going to keep it a secret for a while. The camera showed me already, so might as well. Nice to meet you guys.
Now I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna completely take these off. Don't lose any of these bolts. Especially in the engine bay. Don't drop nothing in the engine bay. If you do, you gotta find it. And this is gonna be a pretty tight squeeze. Again, you don't wanna break nothing. You don't wanna rip no hoses, nothing like that.
Everybody like this video if he doesn't rip anything.
This will come out straight out like that, alright? You wanna move it off to the side as much as you can. And again, it's gonna be a tight space. I'll pull our booster out. Wiggle it just a bit. Try not to break nothing. We got it out. That's what it looks like. Now we take it over. Compare parts before we even put it back in. Make sure we got what we're supposed to.
Pro tip.
Really pro tip, before you get out of the whatever auto parts you go to, you gotta make sure that you're getting the right part. On mine, it's got this crimp right here. It's a low pressure brake booster. It's got 2 crimps. They make some that's only 1 crimp. So just always compare your parts before you put them back in. This one looks pretty good. It don't look damaged. Looks pretty clean. So we're gonna go ahead and change them out. At the moment, I'm gonna leave all this right here at the moment. I'm gonna take that one off just to make my day a little bit easier. But just so I don't get nothing dirty, I'm gonna leave this till last. Alright. So it goes in the same way it came out. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but try not to break nothing. It should wiggle itself back in. Alright. We align everything back the way it was. Okay, I'm missing something. There we go. I was off just a little bit. Alright. I'm gonna leave that on there for just a second. I'm gonna walk back into the other side. And I'm gonna start the bolts to tighten up that boost. Alright, so now it's just pretty much the opposite. Gotta put everything back together.
So you're gonna start off getting your what again?
I'm gonna start off with these bottom bolts on the bottom. I'm gonna thread the nuts on there, straighten it all up, and then tighten it back up. And put the nuts back on these bolts right here. I'm gonna snug them up. I'm gonna go back to the front, push it forward, straighten it up the best as I can, tighten all four up. Put this back, this rod, if you can see it, right there. I'm gonna put this rod back on the brake, put the pin, and this will be ready. All right, I'll be back.
Pause it or keep it?
Let's keep going.
So we're gonna keep watching and putting it back together. Mechanic store coming soon. So you guys stay tuned. One day we're gonna be doing this for fun, but it's gonna be for living too. So, well, not me, just him, because I'd probably break stuff.
All right. Got those two snugged in. The ones on top are pretty tight. Luckily, I got small hands and I can put them in by hand. If you can't, use your socket to start them up and then snug them up the rest of the way. I got the top. This one back here was the hardest one. It's tight, I'm telling you. Alright, I'm gonna snug them all up just a little bit, just by hand. Alright, got them all snug. I'm gonna go up to the front real quick. You guys stay right here and you can look at it. You should see it move just a little bit. I'm gonna push it forward all the way, make sure it's sitting correctly. So right now, so that everything gets snug pretty fair, I'm gonna snug one of the bottoms. I'm gonna snug up the left bottom, and then I'm gonna snug the top right, and then I'll snug the rest, and then I'll tighten everything up. That way I can leave it as straight as I possibly can.
And the pro tip on that, snug them little by little, so one side ain't too.
If you can get somebody to hold the boost from the other end, it'll be a lot easier to get everything where it needs to be. But if you just snug everything one at a time, it'll get it straight. Alright, that feels good to me. That's good. Let's do the other side. That's good. Get the top. Bottom one more time. Alright, now everything feels good. I'm gonna check the front, make sure everything's sitting properly. We got no play. It's all the way against the firewall. It's not hung or nothing. I'm gonna tighten it all up.
Guys, I'm gonna take y'all for 1 minute. Let y'all look at this moon. Like we really live on this earth, bruh. Let it focus. Let it focus. You guys can see it. It looks really cool today. We got a full moon. Make sure you guys go out there and look at your moon.
What'd you say?
I was showing them the moon. Cause it's all about taking time out of your day, enjoying little things.
Got it. I get the bottom. Tying it all up. Got everything tight. That's just me. I'm gonna go back and double check everything. You don't gotta be no Hercules. Just make sure everything's tight.
It's also good not to tighten them too much, right?
Don't strip them. You want to get them nice and tight, but don't strip them. That's good. 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 All right. I don't know how much you guys can see. Can you see back here at the bottom? Oh, I thought you were down here. Can you see my finger? How much can you see my finger?
Everything.
All right, you see this pin right here?
Well, it's kind of your
Run.
the tools in the way.
You see it? You want the brake to fall on the boost rod right there? See it falling right there?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Make sure it's in all the way. I'm gonna get my pin. Put my pin in there. Oh. Got it in here. So I got my pin on there. I got that rod on. We're down in here. Now I gotta go up to the front, put everything back together. Perfect. Alright, now I can start taking care of this boost. I've got that plug out of the way already. I'm gonna take these covers up here. They're just covers, so don't. This little cardboard don't fall out. Got that took apart. Looks nice and clean in there. And make sure that there's no debris or nothing around this right here, so it can sit on the seal. Bring it back in. I'm gonna line this. Make sure it goes in nice and smooth. Something. Okay. There we go. I think it was getting hung. I'm gonna snug these nuts on those bolts. Again, don't drop nothing right now. If you drop it, you gotta find it.
Unless you want to, because that's the fun part. I wouldn't recommend it, but...
I wouldn't recommend it. It'd be a fun, where's Waldo, right?
Yep.
Alright, take this back. I'm gonna snug one side. I'm gonna snug the other side.
Right,
Again,
guys.
it's got a seal. So you want to snug one side then the other. That way you get it. It's even
Flush as possible.
Yeah, I guess flush would be the good word. You want that seal to seal up pretty flush.
Remember, guys, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I say clockwise and counterclockwise. I don't know about y'all. Learn your clockwise and counterclockwise.
Alright, for all the non-experts like me, righty tighty, lefty loosey, guys.
Yeah, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
And for all the pros, clockwise and counterclockwise.
Yeah, my dude. Sometimes you're in awkward situations where you guess yourself on righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just look at the bolt, look at the nut, clockwise, counterclockwise. One way does one thing, the other thing does the other. Unless it's made different. Alright, so I'm just gonna snug these up. Click. Click.
If you guys don't hear that, you guys need to tighten it more, so just so y'all know.
Alright, don't listen to Joaquin. Anybody that knows what that sound was supposed to be, you know what it's for. Alright?
And the rest of us will wonder forever.
Yeah, leave in the comment section down below so that everybody can be on the same page, right? Click. Click. Alright, we got that's good. Now it's just a matter of putting everything back where it was. Alright, I got this sensor right here. I'm gonna push it back in. Don't break nothing. Oh man, that's tight. Got it. Make sure it's not going nowhere. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna take this hose, put it back where it was. Alright guys, if you ever see me doing something wrong, you correct me. Joaquin's corrected me a couple times.
I know what I'm doing.
Because he knows what he's doing, alright? Make sure everything's...
I'm a man.
Gonna make sure everything's snug where it was. Gonna put this hose back where it was. Sure not to loose nothing. Make sure it's nice and snug. Nothing's coming apart. And plug up my sensors back.
Only if you wanna.
Got that one on. Oh, if you guys want to know how this one comes off on this side, if you look right here, gotta pull this tab back down, press that in, it pulls out. I've gotta get the sensor over here. Alright, the sensor right here, just a push tag right here. You can click it in, take it off, press it in, pull it out. Got my hoses good, got my sensors back on, got this back on. I'm gonna clip this back over here, make sure nothing's in my way. Alright, now I can put everything back where it was. I'm gonna put the battery tray back on here, put the battery, plug it up, and we'll test it. Alright. Another little pro tip. For example, I'll put my nuts and bolts right here, because I know I'm not gonna lose them. If you feel like somebody's gonna walk by and kick this out of the way, you can just put everything back where it was, and then when you go back to put it back in, you know that that's supposed to go there. I can take it off and reassemble it.
Pro tip.
Pro tip. Got this goes on right here. Make sure everything's sitting proper. Nothing's in the way. Nothing's getting hung. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna start this one first. And again, I like to start everything before I tighten it all the way down. For me, that's just what always has worked. But to each his own, right? Start that one. Start this one. This one's a little tight, so I'm just using a universal joint. All of these right here are 13s. Everything I've used except for the battery terminals were 13s.
That feeling perfect, huh?
Almost. Now that I got everything started, I'm gonna walk it all the way down, snug them down, and then I'll tighten them up.
Remember, guys, you gotta hear that. What do you got here?
Click.
The click.
If you guys understand it, again, put it down in the comment section down below for the guys that don't get it.
Come on, guys, because I want to know what it is. I feel out of the loop.
Now that's snug. snug. All right, snug. Here we go. Click. 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 We got it. All right, just before I put the battery back in, just gonna double check everything, make sure I didn't forget any steps. Got everything tightened down, all my wires back, all my hoses back. Let's put in the battery. A little bit heavy. All right, got it falling right there. I'll tighten that back up just so it don't move. Click. Again, my battery terminals are 10 millimeters. Got those back on. Tighten them up. Make sure they're not going nowhere. Loose. Ah, perfect. All right. Put my cover back on.
Let me hold the light.
All right, make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna get all my tools, make sure I didn't leave nothing that could fall in the engine bay when I turn this on. And we're done. We're just gonna turn it on and check and see if it works.
What's that? Alright, we're gonna do the test drive now, make sure everything's good. The best place to test your car after you fix it is the interstate, because you can go the fastest,
All right.
push it to the limit.
Alright, don't listen to Joaquin. You're first gonna test any brakes or anything like that. Be sure you're not going somewhere you could die. Just take it for a nice little drive, move forward, move backwards. Make sure everything feels good.
You want to be
Move that stuff
lame.
nice.
All the cool kids do dangerous
Stuff
stuff.
nice. Alright, so we're safe forwards and backwards. Let's go for a slow, nice drive and see what happens. Hope nobody steals my tools. Alright, I don't hear no air leaking anymore. My brakes feel good, nice and tight.
So what should you be feeling for the people?
On my personal, what was happening to mine, when I would press the brakes, my foot pedal would go all the way to the floor and you would hear air escaping. So I would assume that one of my bladders inside the brake boost had busted. And now it feels good. I'm gonna speed up a little more. That felt nice. Felt very nice. Put on your seatbelt.
Alright guys, seatbelts.
Safety first.
Unless you're a cool kid.
Don't be a cool kid. Alright, we're good. We're gonna take it just down the road real quick.
At a slow 90 miles per hour.
You gotta be the most talkative camera guy I've ever had, dude.
That's why I make the big bucks. I don't get paid, guys. Like it if you think I should get paid. Everybody like this.
Alright, there's no cars behind me. I'm gonna slowly stop. Good. And again, before you go, even on the road, test your brakes before you go anywhere. Because if they're not working in your driveway, make sure they ain't gonna be working on the road. My brakes were good. I had no problems with my brakes. It was just the brake booster. Luckily, the brake booster, even if it fails, it's pretty much a safety mechanism to where you can still manually press the brakes. You just gotta do it yourself. It's not gonna assist you. I'm not gonna go on the interstate right now, just 'cause I want to test them out first. So I'm just gonna go down this road.
Lame.
You feel great. Compression's good.
Now for all the people out there, do you know what to do if your brakes go out and you're on the 75? Do you?
You let go of your brake.
Are you supposed to turn off your car or something?
Nah, not necessarily. Just put it on neutral. If you can put it in neutral, you're good. Because then that means whatever power you're pushing towards your from your drivetrain to your transmission is going to be disconnected. You don't want to turn it off. That's dangerous. Because then you lose the ability to steer. And
I know this, guys.
yeah, you just small stuff. Best thing to do is just put it in neutral. Let go of the. And I mean, it's just one of those things to where you gotta come down and do it. You gotta let go of the gas pedal. Double check, make sure your brakes are working. Don't pull your emergency stop because you could crash. Just put it in neutral and coast as far as you can.
Yeah, guys.
If it's a big emergency or something, then pull your e-brake. Don't turn it off. As soon as you turn it off, you lose control of your vehicle.
The only other time you use e-brake is for drifting.
For drifting.
Pro tip, guys. Pro tip.
Pro tip. That feels good. Again, there's no cars behind me. I'm just gonna gradually slow it down.
And pull e-brakes.
You know, maybe I should have showed you what my car was doing before we changed it.
Yeah,
and again,
just trust us, guys. It was bad.
It was bad. All that was happening, I'd hit the brakes, the foot pedal would go all the way to the floor, and you would just hear air escaping down at the brake booster. This one feels great.
Look, go.
You didn't have to take this off, but it just made my life a lot easier.
It makes the car look cooler.
It makes the car look cooler. You know, weight reduction.
Always important.
Alright, gonna put these back on. Just opens up the hood. Falls in through the front. There we go. Take it up. Hook it up to the skirt right here. Hold it for me just a minute. Alright. Got that on. Pop this back in. Just right there. It's got some pins. Lock it into place right here. Got some pins on this side. Lock it into place. There we go. And then just to make sure it don't go nowhere, got these pins right here. They're gonna go right in the bottom.
Remember, guys, duct tape always fixes everything too.
Duct tape.
You lose those. Duct tape.
And again, like Joaquin was saying, do you even need this? Weight reduction, right?
Yeah.
Pop those in. Got it. Can't see. You got it. And you're done. What did that take? 30 minutes?
Probably.
And we got working brakes again.
Thanks for
Alright,
watching,
guys.
guys.
See y'all next time. We gotta work on something. Hopefully it won't be too long. You guys comment down in the section down below if you like Joaquin talking during my work. If you feel like he needs to stay my camera guy, you know, hit the like buttons, leave a comment down in the section down below. If you see something I could have done better, easier, faster, name some tools. If you know what the clicking is after I tighten everything up, put it in the comment section down below. And you guys, you know, it's always nice to share. Be sure to share my videos, okay? Anything you want to say, McKean?
Like it so I'll get paid.
Yeah. Make sure I can do this for a living. See you later, guys. Well, guys, I have the old brake booster in a box. I can return it and get $30 out of it, or we could take it apart and figure out how it works. You guys let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to keep it, and we'll open it up.